Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games More Than Modern. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church. Mole.
Round three, Mick.
Yes,
round
three. Round three.
We're staying strong.
Yep.
We really powered through. Round one was a long one.
Yeah.
Round two was a shorter one. We just got sidetracked.
Like by the what's that? Well, Iconic Masters draft.
Iconic Must Draft.
Yeah.
Finding a bit more out about you.
Oh man.
And there'll be more segments.
We need to find out more about you. But I just haven't had the time to.
No commitment to.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting at my desk thinking, what do I need to know about Mick? What does the audience need to know? And you're probably sitting there just working.
I'm doing stuff at my desk.
Doing a good honest day of work.
Yeah, that's what happens at consultation firms, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
All right.
So
Jeremy, so Danny here looks like he's running the Abzan combo deck or Abzan CoCo deck.
yeah,
And Jeremy here traditionally would run, Esper good stuff or Esper Vengeance.
so we saw Jeremy last week, I believe. He had the Goryo's Vengeance and Grizzlebrand, and he had the Orzhov card, the one white black.
Oh yeah,
Orzhov
Ghost Council, yeah.
Ghost Council of Orzhova,
Yeah.
and then a Blood Baron of Viscopa as well. Tasty.
Yeah, man. So such this thing, and he does have the vengeance, of course. Does get rid of immediately gets rid of the
Devoted
Druid.
But Mr. Lander up there,
Yeah, which I think he could have done upkeep.
or did he? No, he did.
I feel he could have done the upkeep, but didn't want to give Danny extra time to get the extra cards. So doesn't need to kill the Noble Hierarch and just gonna pass the turn. And Jeremy here just needs to keep up the counter spell.
Yeah, and just stuck on lands though. So you think this Esper deck sort of wants to hit all of its land drops in turn 1 to 5, I would imagine.
No, I think Jeremy's deck is slightly different. Jeremy's deck wants to, I want to discard cards. I want to mill cards. Like his deck works on like 3-4 mana.
Okay.
He doesn't need 5. I doubt he needs 5 because he's not casting that Ghost Council at all.
He wants to discard it and then bring it back with
with Glorious Vengeance and then exile it.
Yeah.
just cause he can. Kitchen Finks here on Danny's side of the table. That's why he searches out with Court of Calling. Jeremy, you can resolve that, no problem. No real issue. Jeremy also in no fear of dying anytime soon.
So attack for 3.
Path your
Kitchen Finks.
And let's see. Good answer to Kitchen Finks. Well, he's going to be attacking for 4 because of the Noble Hierarch. So yeah, Danny here, no worry about
About lands.
Yeah,
It's
mana.
got enough lands for the rest of the game.
So what does he do now? Eternal Witness for the Court of Calling.
That's exciting. I like that.
Yeah. And Jeremy's just like, yeah, sure. Probably going to let that go because that Court of Calling is going to be for 2, which, well, not going to be much consequence here.
So do you think Danny just keeps it up until next turn, potentially?
Yeah. He might just wait until next turn, then cast it. But he could be, waiting for the Knight of Reliquary, or looking for the Knight of Reliquary, and definitely holding up that Spell Queller for any shenanigans on Jeremy's side, such as the what do you call it?
Glorious Vengeance, yeah.
But Jeremy can do it end step. That's the beauty of Glorious Vengeance.
Yeah, and it sort of forces Danny to keep mana up if he takes that line.
Mm-hmm.
Spell Queller, he has to keep the 3 mana up almost into
all
perpetuity.
the time, exactly.
Which isn't really helping him develop his game plan, especially when he wants to Court of Calling for sort of a large amount of mana at some point to go and get either combo pieces or a creature.
That's why, yeah. And Jeremy here, also on the other side of the table, like Jeremy needs to keep that 3 mana. Like he needs to keep at least 2 mana up for that disdainful stroke in case, that the not call calling, but if something does crop up, let's see.
Yeah. So we're going to see a Snapcaster Mage here, presumably targeting Path to Exile. He's left a Hallowed Fountain up.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
So let's see. Does Danny fall for a bit? I think you should be patient. Yep. And Path to Exile, get rid of your kitchen things. I don't think you should fire off the
Spell
Quellers right now because they're not important.
Danny feels differently.
Oh no! If you wanted to, you should have eaten up the
Snapcaster.
The Snapcaster, yeah. I feel that's.
It's interesting that he chooses to do this because Jeremy's playing quite a lot of spot removal, presumably in this color. We've already seen Path to Exile. He's playing black, so Danny could reasonably put him on Fatal Push. And
Fatal Push or Murderous Cut, especially since he's playing, a graveyard.
And you're just running out the Spell Queller, something that can be taken care of quite easily, and then you get a Path to Exile back. So it's interesting that he would choose to do that.
To do that, yeah, exactly.
So Gory's Vengeance on a Jace Vryn's Prodigy.
Yeah, Jeremy here not drawing any lands. He needs to discard a card first. And I think he'll just discard the Thassa. I don't think that's going to be, any part of his game plan. Oh, wow, but discards the Serum Visions. That's interesting.
So Jace, we'll bring up Jace. For it.
Yeah.
So Jace is this
flashes back the Path to Exile, does get rid of the Spell Queller. Spell Queller is going to Path to Exile the other one. This Path to Exile, though, does not go into the graveyard. I think I need to go and tell Jeremy that.
Yeah. So we've got a Path to Exile targeting the Kitchen Finks, and then back to Danny. He's going to untap, and he's got a lot of lands on the battlefield at the moment, but not a lot of high impact cards. We know he's got the Chord of Calling that he can go and search for his combo pieces, but we haven't seen ultimately how he's going to win the game at the moment. Presumably he's trying to do it all at instant speed just to try and avoid, or when Jeremy's tapped out, to avoid any counter spells.
I feel like I have to explain this every time when I can and cannot intervene.
The people want to know. We should get a little sign.
Like when you can, like, intervene now and okay. So, game rule violations, if it's caught, that's when you intervene. Miss triggers, no. So yeah, basically that was a game rule violation. Movement into at the end of the day, it was just he moved the card into the wrong zone. That needs to be rectified, and especially if you're catching it. One of the things about like game rule violations, so for example, if let's say you lightning helix somebody, you deal the 3 damage but you don't heal the 3 life, and if nobody's watching or nobody can corroborate that story because your opponent, even if your opponent says yeah that's what happened, like it's too late, and usually the judge will just rule in favor of like yeah I can't help that, like really I just can't. So wow, just going to town and all his creatures.
Yeah, but it looks like Danny's road to victory is so he's got Gavney Township is just turning it, making his creatures big and just attacking.
I just need to keep activating this Gavney Township
and just diversifying his threats because the Jace Telepath Unbound, +1 ability up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0 until end of turn is good against one big creature, which you sometimes get in modern, your Death Shadow, your Tarmogoyf. But against, 2 or 3 creatures, especially when you can put tokens on them, it's gonna be Danny can easily control the Telepath Unbound. And it is
very, very easily. Yeah. Wow, okay.
So Liliana, the Last Hope.
Also another very useful card.
Yeah, an all-star, I would say.
Oh yeah.
From Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, man, very strong card, Liliana Last Hope. I'm very surprised that she hasn't been able to retain a price. Like she's like $30 now, I think, $30 Sing dollars, and I think that's too low.
Too low.
Yeah, for what her abilities.
So Liliana the Last Hope, 1 black.
Yep.
So we'll put it up on the screen.
There we go.
You know, the first ability was good on the board last turn. When creatures had
Before,
one,
yeah.
when creatures had 1 toughness, not so good now.
Yep.
The -2 ability is good,
Yeah.
and it's that minus. It's the ultimate. It's the the inevitability of making
Yes.
zombies, which is why I think she's so good.
And she gets there easily. If you're playing, like, the fact that you're playing Liliana Last Hope in your deck means that you don't like your opponent's creatures very, very much. So, this is this is a really strong card. Like, it just locks your opponent out.
And it was in standard. It was out of standard. It was in standard. It didn't really find a home. It was in sideboards. It was in a couple of decks. It wasn't like a ubiquitous planeswalker.
Exactly, yeah.
But people were playing it in modern because it takes care of the 1 toughness creatures that are in modern so easily.
Yeah, like the
Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise.
Noble Hierarch.
Just Vizier, Viscerous here.
Yeah.
What else? What else does it kill?
Like
Eternal Witness.
Blighted Agent.
Blighted Agent.
Blighted Agent.
Glistener Elf.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But
everyone.
But it's the other thing that's underrated, the -2 power.
Yeah.
Is that really controls attacking creatures as well. Because it makes it so that a creature that perhaps could have taken down Liliana Last Hope now can't. We're repeating the cycle. And all it takes is 1 creature to block your Liliana Last Hope, and all of a sudden it's out of control.
Yep, that's right.
Unfortunately, in this situation, it looks like Danny just has enough firepower, enough creatures to diversify his threats.
Yeah.
So even the Liliana Last Hope and the Jace Telepath Unbound couldn't, control the army, as it were.
I'm curious why Jeremy decided to keep the Thassa on his side of the board, because I would have discarded that a long time ago.
So
the Thassa that's been in his hand, I think could have been discarded many moons ago.
So you're talking about Thassa, the Theros Guard?
Yes, the Theros Guard.
So 2 blue for a 5/5 with indestructible, and it's got, what is it? Devotion needs so
5 devotion to
5 blue,
yeah.
or it can't attack and block, and then it has 2 and a blue scry 1.
I believe that's the card in his hand.
Beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know how he's getting to 5 blue devotion.
Yeah. Okay. So the first ability is very, very strong. At the beginning of your upkeep, you scry 1. Like, that's great. That's a great ability.
Is it good enough for modern at 3 mana?
At this point, no, for sure not. I don't think so. And
and Danny just pressing the advantage here with just critical massive creatures.
Yep. And he has he's got a call of calling. He's definitely going to be calling in just something that will either generate him infinite mana or just basically win him the game outright. He's got Devoted Druid on the battlefield. He's got Dustwatch Recruiter. So Jeremy here just needs to do... I don't think there's anything that Jeremy can do, because the minute he needs to draw a removal spell for the Devoted Druid right now, or it's game over.
So what we're presumably going to see is Court of Calling at the end of Jeremy's turn.
For
Go
Vizier.
get Vizier,
Mm-hmm.
and then Vizier and Devoted Druid interact in a way that you put a -1/-1 counter on Devoted Druid to get a green
And you basically
mana.
get all the creatures out from your deck.
Yeah, but you can't put a -1/-1 counter on it because of Vizier of Remedies.
Yeah, that's right.
And then infinite mana, then use Dustwatch Recruiter's ability to just get all your creatures out.
The one that you're looking for is, of course, Walking Ballista.
Walking Ballista, yeah. Play Walking Ballista, put all the counters on it.
Bajillion, and then shoot you for Bajillion. But before we get to Bajillion, you still die. So,
yeah. And we're gonna see Jace, Vryn's Prodigy flip into Jace Telepath Unbound.
Mm-hmm. I think it's too late.
Yeah, I think it's too late, because what's he doing? What's he doing with the Jace Telepath Unbound? He can.
He can flashback something, but I don't think that's enough.
So he's going to play last card. Yeah, last card is there it is.
And then probably going to look for.
So that's Orzhov Ghost Council.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Obsidian.
Obsidian's Ghost Council. Yeah.
Obsidian
Yeah,
Ghost Council. Yeah.
And we've seen this from Jeremy before. You know, just blinking it, Glorious Vengeance, exiling it,
Yeah.
coming back, just doesn't even have to attack and just drain a person out of the game.
But I don't think that's enough.
No, I
because yeah. Danny here instead looks for that Spell Queller with the Dustwatch Recruiter. And then now I'm going to get infinite mana, going to get,
Jeremy soon enough.
Yeah.
I don't blame him, to be honest.
Yeah, I that's the thing. Like, I don't think, it kind of went out of control after, when he didn't get enough lands. Like, I think the problem there was that, Jeremy just needed that fourth land. He needed that fourth land for the disdainful stroke that he was having in hand. I don't think he should have gotten rid of the Serum Visions earlier on. I think he should have just discarded the Thassa. Yeah.
Yeah, I said it before, but Thassa, how is he getting to 5 Blue Devotion to activate it? I don't think Scry 1 is good enough for 3 mana.
Yeah, I don't think so. What he's probably looking for is the target creature gains unblockable. But then you don't have creatures. That's the thing that I'm questioning.
Or you don't even really want to attack. Because I guess the question is if you can, Glorious Vengeance, your Gristlebrand, and you want to get in damage and draw more cards, but your Obsidian Ghost Council, are you attacking with it, really?
You might be. I mean, it's 5/5/5.
But you're only going to attack in a profitable situation. You're not going to attack.
Exactly, yeah.
And then, It's,
well, you could let it go into the graveyard. That's what the Jace is for. And after I'm going to flashback, Glorious Vengeance, you get it back, drain you for another 2, and you lost a few creatures, just my Jace goes down by just a smidge.
Yeah.
So maybe there is some interaction. But
I think the Thassa is the first card coming out.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem like it's a good. I would have preferred. What's his name? The same 3 mana cost, Geist of Saint Draft.
Geist of Saint Draft. Yeah, I think that'd probably be. But Oscar, do you like Geist of Saint Draft? I guess you like it more generally in the Esper mid-range deck, but do you like it against this particular deck? Because they've got so many blockers that can just take out your Geist of Saint Draft.
That's true. I don't like it here, but I'm
you like it more generally, yeah.
I like it in the deck, but
you probably like it in game 2 when people take out their creature removal. They see Esper colors, they go, "Oh, you don't see much."
Oh man, but Danny needs to be worried about that because he did see, you still got to deal with potential like Tassigurs. You have to deal at instant speed. You've got to deal with Obsidian Ghost Council. So it's still worth it to keep your Path to Exiles in your deck. Everything else that's sorcery speed or just doesn't interact well with the deck, just toss it out. I don't think it's necessary. Over on Danny's side, I also think that you want to, especially on the draw, you might want to have protection against Leyline of Sanctity to protect yourself against discard. Okay. Because what you need to do is to combo off on turn 4. And Jeremy just, wait for Jeremy to either tap out or just wait for the opportunity. Maybe you have 2 and then just try to push your way through to combo off. And that's how you're going to win this game. And so discard, from Jeremy, he's going to put in even more discard. He's going to put in even more. We saw him put in the Supreme Verdicts. He's going to put in more, Fatal Pushes if he does have. So, it's going to be a bit tough on Danny. So he needs to be careful not to get his combo kind of wrecked. So
yeah, and I think that one of the good things is that Danny can do a lot of searching at instant speed.
Yes, exactly.
So Collected Company, Court of Calling, really allows him to play. I'll play a creature. I'll do some attacking. Don't really have to do much more than my mana. I'll wait and see what you do, and then I'll, Collected Company, Court of Calling. He does need to hope that Jeremy doesn't have anything in particular for the Walking Ballista because he still needs to ultimately win the game.
Yep.
But he can do a lot of things. With very strange that this green deck is doing a lot of things at instant speed.
That's the thing. Like it's a green white deck. See, green is the best color, people.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Worldly tutor.
I agree wholeheartedly that green is the best color.
Red is like the worst color in EDH. Full stop. Like, okay, so you don't play EDH, you don't play Commander at
No,
all, right?
no.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of trying to play? No.
So
Who will your commander be?
So
Let's talk to James.
I don't even know the answer to that question.
Yeah. If you were going to play commander,
Prophet
who
of
would your
Crufix.
commander
That's
be?
not a commander, is it?
No, that's not a commander. It's also banned in commander.
So it can't be that.
Yeah.
What's the Merfolk one that's got partner Thasios? I know that
that's
one.
the one that
Blue green, yeah, and you can pay for to reveal the top card. If it's a land, put it onto the battlefield.
Wow,
if not, draw a
that
card.
guy's insanely powerful.
Yeah, Thasios, I think that's what it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems alright.
Yeah.
But
you got to partner him up with somebody.
You don't have to.
Well, you don't have to, but
Then you partner him with Timna. Is that what it is? So they give your creatures +1/+1 and draw X cards and scry I don't know what they do. The black white one. Yeah, that seems like it's fun.
Oh, Timna, yeah.
Timna, the setting of but yeah, haven't really thought deeply. I have played like 2 matches of EDH. I have like have a couple of decks from like Commander 2013. So I have Marath, I have Nekuzar.
Right.
I have
the power.
I have them in there. But I bought the Nekuzar one because it had True Name Nemesis in. When True Name Nemesis was like super duper expensive.
Right. Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I'm never going to use this. So my friend was like, oh, I've got one as well. Can we just play with them as they are?
Uh-huh.
So I played 2 games. I played with the is it Karthus, Tyrant of Jund? Do you know the dragon?
Yeah.
Makes kobolds and then sacrifices kobolds.
Yep.
It's fine. It just seems like EDH just a race to like big manas. That's right.
Well, big interactions. I won't say big manas, but yeah.
And here you go. If I was to have an EDH deck, Omnath, original Omnath.
Oh wow!
There you
okay.
go. So 2 and a green.
That's
+1/+1 for each green mana. Mana pools don't empty. That's my sort of jam.
The fatties, right?
That's my sort of jam.
Yeah.
I'll put Swiftfoot boots on him, and the one that gives Shroud.
And basically just like
I put Rancor on him.
Double Q.
Play Nykthos. Green symbols like Wistful Selkie, Carven Carroted.
Oh, you can't play the Wistful Selkie.
You can't play the Wistful Selkie because it's got blue.
Yeah.
Oh, Carven Carroted.
Yeah.
Big green mana. Free Elise. See, I know what a lot of the cards do. I've never.
You never like
put
sat
them
down to
together
put it together.
into
Come
a
on.
deck.
You gotta try.
I don't know. I have limited time, and I would much rather spend it drafting.
Yeah.
If I, but people, it's different for everyone. People love. I think EDH is probably the most popular format.
Well, here it is. I think if you're in Japan, no.
Oh, in Japan they don't play.
Yeah, they love their competition. They love grinding out and like, I have this weird budget deck that that's better.
That's why you get all of the like chromatic lanterns and soul ring shit from Japan because they're like, what is all this rubbish? Who's using? What's a chromatic lantern? That doesn't get in my standard deck. Someone take it so you see.
Soul ring isn't allowed in any format.
So all of the Jace Friends prodigies go from Singapore to Japan and they get exchanged for soul ring and chromatic lanterns.
And Thran Dynamos.
Yeah, Thran Dynamos. Yeah, stuff that just makes big mana. So, but yeah, I haven't really given it much thought to EDH. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I just formed a new EDH deck, Marasil.
See, this is the danger because you start with one. And then you're like, well, I need another one. But it's not like I'll take apart my first EDH deck. It's like, I'll just build another one.
Yeah.
So then you're like, so you end up with like 15 copies of Soul Rings, like 900 Shocklands.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you, isn't it? You're like, I only want one deck. And then before you know it, you've got like one of those special EDH cases that can hold like 7. And you're taking.
Wow, that's extreme.
Yeah, you're taking like a wheelie suitcase to GPs and be like, guys, we'll play EDH and I'll give you all my decks.
It's like, we're gonna play the entire weekend away, but we're gonna play EDH when it's something like casual at the most competitive
sounds
event.
Awful. I'm sure at GP Singapore there'll be lots of people playing EDH.
Oh, for sure. Like to kill time in between.
I will not be
rounds.
one of them.
No, you'll be drafting. You'll be trying to draft unstable, won't you?
Unstable, yeah. We'll see.
World's weirdest set.
I'll have Sushi Go. If anyone at GP Singapore wants to play Sushi Go, come and find me. I'm happy to.
Bringing it along?
I'll be bringing Sushi Go.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that's
a big Sushi Go fan. I've started playing with my wife and a couple of our friends.
Do you have the party version?
What is the party version?
The party version is you basically can pick the menu.
I didn't
So
know
it's
that.
got
That's
like
interesting.
different stuff in it. So
I didn't know that.
instead of like chopsticks, you can so you can change out the specials.
I really.
You can
I didn't
change
know
out
this. I have to look into this.
the normal things, and you can check out the appetizers.
So I bought a version from Lazada when I first got to Singapore. I was like, that's good. Didn't realize that the instructions were all in Chinese.
Oh, yeah. It's probably fake, by the
It
way.
almost certainly is, but it's good. So I had to go and like print off English instructions because I was like, I've got no idea.
But
what's
it's
going
so
on.
good, right?
It's good. I love it. I think it's really good. There's like so my wife, I've tried to get her to play Magic so many times, and it's just not happening at this point, and I've come to accept that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh well, we can
draft.
we can do some like other games, and I think the thing is the time commitment takes like half an hour to play,
Yeah.
and also it's like quite. There's a lot of depth, but it's actually quite simple on the face of it. It's like all you do is just look at these ones,
And then pick out the one that you like.
pick out the one that you want or you think is good, and then pass it, and then you're going to get another one. You're going to pick it.
Yeah.
So you can play like that. You can just play like, well, I'm constructing what I want, and I'm not thinking about what other people around the table. But when you play with someone who drafts a lot, like I do, you're like, oh man, I got to start counting
This is
people.
like, yeah,
I got to
you
see.
know.
I'm like passing stuff. I'm like, and we played on Saturday with a couple of friends, and I kicking myself because I lost in the last round because I had a chopsticks and there was 2 sashimi, which is the 3 for 10 points in one pack, and I opened it and I thought, oh, if they both come back, I can take them and then
They'll
get
never
one in a
come
second.
back.
But they came back, and in the pack before I could have taken a chopsticks, and I had one sashimi, and I didn't, and I kicking myself because I lost by like 2 points, and they would have given me the points I needed to win. So and I saw it ahead of time, but for someone who likes drafting, you get a lot more enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
And you
That's
play
why
people who like Magic, and they're like I memorize all the cards in the pack, and I know what's exactly going on.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever played Seven Wonders?
no, I played it once,
Oh,
and it's very similar to that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically like Sushi Go Plus.
Yeah.
And Seven Wonders is a fantastic game for anybody to try. Like if you like drafting, Seven Wonders is fantastic.
Yeah.
Go get the party version.
Go get the party version.
It is. Wow, it's insane.
You liked it?
Like it a lot.
You
I
liked
like
it?
it a lot.
So but if you're in GP Singapore,
Go look for James, right?
Shout out to the people coming to GP Singapore. Yeah, come and find me and Mick. We'll be there.
I'll be playing. I'll probably like drop out after round 3.
I'll be playing Magic. Can't comment on whether I'll be playing in the main event or not yet. I'll be there. But if you want a game of Sushi Go, I might have Love Letter. I don't know if you've played that as well.
Oh
so
man, I love
that.
Love Letter.
Yeah. So me and Mick are going to be playing some board games. That's what I know. We're gonna be there.
I'll bring something.
We're going to be. We'll have the Groga games like casters. Come find us. I'm sure if you wanted,
we'll put up a sign.
We'll put up a sign. If people. Alfian will be there as well.
But you'll take up space, you see. The more of us who play, then the less of the whoever is out there can't play.
Yeah,
so.
Sushi. Yeah, sorry, Alfian.
Sorry, Alfian.
The Greg games, modern casters will be playing.
Very specific.
Really, get the criteria very specific. But we'll be there. I'm sure that if you wanted to play EDH with us, Mick could lend me a deck, and I could complain about how long it's taking.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
We could, So let us know. Let us know if you're going. We'll be there. We're looking forward to it. I think. Looking forward to.
I'm definitely looking forward to GP Singapore. I took the Friday off.
Did you?
I took the Friday off so that I could just rest and then.
Rest.
No, man.
Are you gonna be on site on Friday as well?
That's a good question. I'll probably be. I might be there. I might be there in the day to play. Maybe to play an event. But I doubt it. I hardly doubt it. I'll just
mentally resting, getting ready for the next day.
Yeah, I've played like RPTQs without any rest. Like that's terrible, and you shouldn't be doing that. If you know yourself, if you know that you're heading into like a big tournament, mentally prep yourself. Make sure that you practice a little bit. 9
rounds is no joke.
Yeah,
9 rounds is 9 rounds at sealed as well, and it's going to go long because there's going to be so many people playing. Like it's not going to be like 50-minute rounds. It's going to be like an hour plus every single round. So that's 9 hours right there. Plus your builds. That's 10 hours.
And make sure that bring some food. Make sure you keep topping up throughout the day. That's important. Like when we went to GPKL, we packed sandwiches. So me and Kenneth, we made sandwiches the night before.
That's nice.
Just cheese and ham and
humble,
just bread.
the humble sandwich.
Yeah, and we just packed it up, and every round I would just go have half a sandwich, and have some water, just to keep myself topped up throughout the entire day. And I felt very alert, so.
Yeah, no, that. But yeah, we'll be there. We're looking out for some games. Come find us. Let us know you watch the stream.
Yeah,
or don't.
Just look for. I think GOG will have a booth there.
Really?
So yeah.
I should get a T-shirt.
Yeah, you should.
I should get a T-shirt so people know. With Modern Caster, a sign that says Modern Caster.
I do the casting. Man.
Come and listen to me ramble about cards that I know the names of, but not much else. Well,
Hey man, I need to get a GameStart GOG T-shirt, man. Where can I get it? Are they still around?
I think so.
Yeah, there's a whole pile of like T-shirts everywhere. Man, I was surprised like those T-shirts didn't really sell. Unfortunate.
Why would they sell? I thought people liked branding. People like
to walk around, to be a walking advertisement for a store. Yeah, I think I don't think so. Wow, we have not been paying attention to this game at all, but Jeremy looks like he's in control. Yeah,
Danny's been he hasn't really been able to establish like a good board position.
Yeah.
And just the Lingering Souls has just been pecking away at him slowly. I've been sort of watching it.
Yeah, I've been like eye on, eye off, and like okay.
Very, very difficult for Danny, I think, to deal with Lingering Souls tokens in any profitable manner.
Well, he does have what's that? He's got is that Steadicaster, but I don't think he's actually boarded it in. So he might be looking for.
Or maybe he's got it now. Has he got it now?
No, I doubt it. I don't know. No, he's looking for 2. Yeah, it's for 2.
Yeah.
Vizier.
But Vizier doesn't do anything in this situation because he's at 2 life.
Okay,
he's
so
going to Scavenging Ooze and he's going to
back. Yeah.
But Scavenging Ooze is going to be able to exile. Oh no, sorry. He can. Yeah, he's going to tap to exile a creature, tap the Botanical Sanctum to exile a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on the Devoted Druid to make a 3rd green mana, exile a 3rd creature, go back up to 5 life, and then go down to 1.
And go down to 1.
But he's still in the situation where he needs an answer and he can't. Yeah, I don't see how his deck profitably interacts with Lingering Souls tokens.
Yeah, so he goes out to 4. He still needs
there it is.
1 more. It's probably a Walking Ballista. Nope. Okay, so goes down to 1, and then
wow, and that's it. Game 2.
Obsidian. Well, you could have just showed the Obsidian. It's like, whatever you wanted to do, you're still dead. So. Yeah, but Danny, I don't think he was expecting that Jeremy would keep the Lingering Souls tokens on the battlefield. Lingering Souls in his deck because it's assumed that Danny here is going to be bringing in Rest in Peace, and that would just be terrible for Jeremy. But it looks like just Danny didn't bring in didn't have the Rest in Peace.
Yeah. Sort of the mind games now. Yeah, Danny looking to seeing if the Lingering Souls are getting taken out. So he's like, "Can you just show me?" It's interesting. Like, Danny, do you bring in the Rest in Peace? Do you bring in the Staticaster, knowing that Jeremy may take out the Lingering Souls now?
And then then you take So what Japanese players? So have you watched Pro Tours?
Do they smash 75 cards together and then take out 15
I
cards?
love it. That's what everyone should do. I tried practicing that at GPKL.
It is very difficult.
It is very difficult.
It's super. So I was like, oh, this is so easy. I can definitely do this. I couldn't even do it with 40 cards. I couldn't even do it the limited deck. I knew what was in my deck. It's like take out the cards that aren't even in my colours, and then so it's quite difficult to do that.
Yeah.
And you need to be like very, very clear about your sideboard plan and what's coming in, what's coming out.
So I mean, but you should be doing that. I think that's at a higher level of competition. Like that's what that's what will give you the edge, because your opponent just doesn't know what you're sideboarding in.
The biggest psych out: put in smash 75s together and then don't sideboard at all. Just leave your main deck as is.
It's like
and
you just put it on the table like. Hey.
Oh no, not even that. Just take out the same 15 sideboards you put in, and they'll never know.
That's what they do, because that's how disciplined they are. Because between every round, they don't want you to know what they've sideboarded in slash out, because sometimes sometimes on the play and on the draw is very different. Like the way you sideboard is totally different. Sometimes they're exactly the same, but they don't want you to know. Like they think that, oh wow, this guy, his a draw and play is different, which means that he's running XYZ type of deck
Yeah.
when he's actually not. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the sideboarding. One of the things I think I struggle with.
Oh.
Sideboarding is difficult, especially in
sideboarding is hard.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Jeremy here, well, not a fantastic hand. Danny here gets to go first.
And then so it's kicking off with a Misty Rainforest,
Mm-hmm.
Hallowed Fountain, pass back.
No one drop here from Danny, but I don't think every hand will always have a Noble Hierarch or something like that.
Yeah, I think he probably keeps something with a Devoted Druid or a Vizier the Remedies in.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a Noble Hierarch, and you
there
see
we
a
go,
Devoted
Devoted
Druid, yeah. And I think in this is slightly slower matchup, probably okay.
Yeah.
To do that, the Birds of Paradise is going to be less impactive in this match than it would be in other games where you need to get out to a fast start, you need to race.
There's actually a Vizier in Danny's hand.
We got the natural. Natural.
Of course, he's trying to force out. Okay, so what Danny here is going to try to do is to force out the counter spell from Jeremy. I think Jeremy is in a lot of trouble now. That Danny is actually going to fire off that Collector Company. Oh, he's not. No, he can't cast the Collector Company now. Oh, Danny made a boo-boo.
What's going on?
Yep. So he let priority pass. Okay, so this is what happened. He let priority pass, and yeah, this is what happens, folks.
Yeah, so Danny's just played a Vizier.
Yeah. Okay, with that on the stack.
Slightly
Path to Exile.
Slightly less underwhelming than playing a Collected Company.
Yeah.
Wow, so
Spell
but Danny's going to play
Queller.
for the Spell Queller.
Infinite Mana. Collector Company. We need more Infinite Mana somehow.
Oh, that's something.
No, that's not good.
Danny really looking for a Dustwatch Recruiter there.
Yeah.
But he's got a second Collected Company, so we're going again.
No, wow, with 0 creatures. Oh, okay,
no, he's got another Vizier. That's
okay,
sad.
fine.
But seen 12 cards from the top of his deck and didn't see a...
Wow, okay.
that's
That's
disappointing.
It. Yeah.
But Jeremy in a lot of trouble now. Jeremy needs to take care. He needs a removal spell for the Devoted Druid.
So, man, he needs to get rid of it right now. Of course, a bot wipe would do it, but I don't think he.
For 3
he has
mana?
it in his mind, yeah.
Unless he's got the tech Bontu's last reckoning.
Yo! Yo!
Ambitious.
Yeah. And that will put Danny quite far behind.
It would. But it would
I
put
don't think so,
Jeremy in
Even
a
for
situation where it doesn't untap his lands next turn.
But he does. That's the thing. Like he does have like 1 mana removal.
Yeah.
So it's not an issue, because next turn I'm just going to drop a land.
Play a Fatal Burst, sure.
Yeah. Okay, kill your Devoted Druid, I believe. Kill the Devoted Druid. Yeah. It goes down. Unfortunately.
Very sensible.
Unfortunately, Liliana here is just going to just bite the dust. Yeah.
But I mean,
it's done its job.
yeah, he's paid 3 mana for a removal spell on
Yeah.
an infinite combo piece, which is fine.
Ostensibly, Danny could easily just top deck the Dustwatch Recruiter, and after that, the game's over.
But Jeremy in the same situation again, that he really needs. He's got
He needs a bot wipe, yeah.
He's got Gideon Ally Zendikar in hand. But
Oh, does he?
He does.
Oh, no.
He's got Gideon in the Trials as well, and he's got Gideon Ally Zendikar as well.
Yeah. So he's got Gideon. He's basically got Gideon Tribal.
But so that's countered by Unified Will.
Wow. Unified Will is a
Sneaky good card.
2 mana counter spell. Hard up, just counter spell. But it's got a little caveat. Counter target spell if you control more creatures than than that spell's controller. So yeah. That's it.
So I don't see how Jeremy. Oh wow, Kalitas Traitor of Get.
That's good, but
Path
yeah,
to Exile.
that's the
Yeah,
end.
and Jeremy's
Because
seen enough. I just don't see how he gets out of that situation. Danny has.
he needed. Okay, so what he needed was basically a board wipe. The last turn, and so he needed a board wipe in hand, and then draw land. To be able to get through this situation, but I don't think that would have uh that would have that would have changed the map a little bit. That would have changed the map a little bit, because then he would have like Kalitas
Yep.
on the battlefield. There's nothing much that Danny would have had beyond that. So yeah, well, good job, Danny.
And that's it. Danny showing the cards he bought in the Unified Will. There is a Stratocaster, a couple of Path to Exiles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes the humans deck just gets there.
Cool. All right. It's been a while. It's been a long night with a lot of complications, a lot of questions.
A lot of fun though.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. All right, we are going to call it a night. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Remember, you can find us every week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. And if nothing else goes wrong, you'll find us on YouTube as well as on Facebook. If you miss the streams, it's okay. Head on down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games, because we record everything and we upload it onto YouTube after everything is said and done. If you want to find out more about the invitationals, the last seasonal qualifier is coming up very, very soon. So if you want to still have a stake to qualify for the championships, do come on down, and check it out on greyogregames.com. Last but not least, do listen to our partners, the Power 9 podcast. Sad to say, we are stopping the podcast. So I will take off that logo.
What's going on?
I need more time. I basically need more time in a week. I need to invent a time machine. Not the time machine where you go back in time, but you can stretch the current time to longer parts. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but we thank all our listeners for staying with us throughout the years. We've been running it for about 5 years now, and it's been hella fun. Like that's the only way I can describe it.
Are you having a blow-off episode for the last episode?
Yeah, we're actually going back in time for the last episode. We never recorded episode 100. In fact, at episode 100, a little trivia for those of you who do listen to the Power 9 podcast. At episode 100, we were talking about the fact that maybe we should just close shop. And episode 100 have a big bang, like, this is the best podcast ever. But then 100 episodes, and we're gonna call it a close. So if you've been listening, there was episode 99, and then there was episode, and the very next week was episode 101. And you must be thinking like, what happened to episode 100? God damn it! So yeah,
I'm available.
Yeah.
For a request, I'm available.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not. So, it's on. We're not ending it. It's on indefinite hiatus, like everything else in the world, right? Like the Backstreet Boys and Westlife and No Doubt and God knows who else is on.
Yes.
Okay. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. See you guys. Bye bye.